Hello there, everyone. This is Moduli Stack, and I am continuing to play with the sound settings, so we will just see how they work out today. Anyway, so these are more of my tournament games, or this is one of them. This I played today in the UC Berkeley Open, which this is the round of 128 today, and then tomorrow is the round of 64, and then the next day is the round of 32, and then next weekend they're going to do the whole rest of the tournament, the round of 16 and above. Yeah, some pretty cool competition. There's some seeds from the Berkeley team, there's some seeds from the Stanford team, and there's some seeds from the UC Davis team. I am not a seeded player, but feeling pretty good about the tournament. Not to spoil too much about what happened today. The early rounds are best of 3, and this was the first game played. So it's Zerg versus Zerg, as you can see. My opponent did pick Zerg. He's usually a random player. He goes by, "No, you shut up!" And he is spawning here as the blue Zerg in the upper right, while I am the purple Zerg in the lower left. Notice that I've gone for a pretty darn early pool. This is a pool on 8, and is definitely going to be the focus of this cast. No, you shut up has gone for a gas first, as you can see. So 8 pool... it's really not the best thing on this map. It's hard to explain exactly why I decided to start this tournament with an 8 pool, but it is a really strong opening in Zerg vs. Zerg, and let me see if I can explain why. You can get these 6 Zerglings out very fast. Your drone count is pretty bad. Notice I've got 9 drones and he has 13 drones, right? But you get these 6 Zerglings out very, very quickly. Oh, I forgot about that. I managed to, rally all of my drones to one patch, which is obviously bad. Anyway, so initiative is just so important in this matchup, and you can do so much damage. And notice he actually misses them right here, which is really a shame. Try to adjust your Overlord scouting pattern so you don't miss stuff like this. Does he see them here? Oh, wow. So he just misses them completely. I was sure he had seen these. But anyway, he's going to be okay because this pool is almost done. And he's got Zergling speed on the way. But yeah, see, I'm stopping him from mining a whole bunch already. And I've got my queen on the way. This is a pretty darn early queen. Okay, and look, I managed to pick off 2 drones. A little bit of carelessness on his part. But third drone there. And his Zerglings are out now. So I'm forcing him to make a bunch of Zerglings. I'm actually going to be able to kill a few of these, I think. And I killed 3 drones. So if you look at the drone count now, it is even. Because basically, after making those 6 Zerglings, I just went over to all drones. Absolutely nothing but drones. And I'm trying to do a little bit more damage, but finally get everything cleaned up. And notice something very interesting happened. I'm suddenly ahead in the drone count, because right now he's making Zerglings, and I am just making drones. And with the help of this very, very fast queen and the injects, I can actually turn this into a real economic game. And I'm at 18 drones already. So this is why I do like an 8 pool opening in Zerg vs. Zerg, especially on maps that are a little bit shorter, because you really can still play an economic game, but you really get to throw your opponent off early. And if you only really need to kill a couple of drones for it to be even, and I got 3, so I feel like the game is pretty even after there. But notice he's now going to try to bust me, and this could be very effective because I don't quite have anything ready, and ooh, a little bit of miss micro there on my part. And notice I don't even have 100 gas yet, and while he already has Zergling speed. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually did start researching Zergling speed, so it's not quite so bad. I went for a pretty fast gas, because, yeah, just from experience, I know you do want that Zergling speed really, really fast. But I also, yeah, I actually got this evolution chamber because I don't know why I got it, but it's another thing that's just good in general to do. He's doing some nice micro here, pulling back some of the speed Zerglings, but of course I have superior numbers, so he's going to be forced to retreat even though my Zerglings are slow. And I'm just hanging out here in the mineral line until until I get Zergling speed, which will be I guess just finished. And now, okay, I guess I have the slightly inferior numbers now, but I do have this queen, so I'm going to be managing to win this battle. And now looking at the state of things, I'm still slightly up on the harvester count, but he's in pretty good shape, and he is transitioning into roaches. In the meantime, I am getting this +1 attack upgrade for my Zerglings. This is something I don't know, I used to do this during the beta. It's kind of fun. And very few Zergs, even high-level Zergs, really know how to react to an evolution chamber that goes down this fast. And let me tell you something. These +1 Zerglings are so good. I mean, they're not +1 yet, but when they are +1, they are just ridiculous against everything. And notice he's transitioning into roaches, and he's doing something that I don't really agree with on this map, which is he's basically going for a roach expansion, or you saw the way he's positioning himself. He was thinking about expanding. And you'll see he will be expanding in a second, but notice no lair, only 2 harvesters on gas. So, yeah, not a lot of real future in what he's doing. Yeah, he is going to push out and try to expand, and notice he feels pretty comfortable with his roach numbers against my zergling numbers. He's going to, yeah, basically keep pumping out some roaches. What's he going to do? Yeah, money building up a bit because he does want that expansion. I've expanded on the other hand, which is my prerogative because I have map control because I made zerglings. On the other hand, yeah, this is kind of risky because notice just how gigantic this. I mean, it's really nice. I love this positioning. If you sort of make a line of roaches here, you're pretty solid. But notice you need so many roaches to get this line, and you're still vulnerable to some kind of surround or run by. So, yeah, it's just, or even Zerglings picking away at the hatchery from over here. So it's just really, really, really hard to expand with roaches on this map in ZVZ. It's just, yeah. I used to do this, actually. I used to do this, and at some point I just died so many times to Zergling all-ins that I, yeah, basically decided. I mean, you can do a speedling expand, and notice I have +1, so I'm gonna go around here, not getting the best surround, but still doing quite a lot of damage because, as I said, the +1 is just great against everything, and so I'm just gonna tear through all of this, and that is pretty much going to be game over. Once you get your line broken with roach opening, you are done. Okay, so the biggest thing I just wanted to point out in this game was the 8-pool opening because it's a pretty solid way to kick things off. I mean, it seems cheesy, and it's a little bit cheesy, but it's not too cheesy if you switch directly into drone production and really rush that queen out, because in the time that you're sort of tormenting your opponent with your early 6-lings, you can be transitioning into a real game. Yeah, and also this +1 attack Zergling all-in. And this was sort of an all-in, but it wasn't too much of an all-in because I was expanding, and actually I was droning up pretty heavily during this attack. So yeah, this is why a lot of people hate Zerg versus Zerg, on the other hand, which is just can be so high-paced, and I am very glad that I got up a little bit early before this match to get my reflexes going because, wow. Yeah, you need them. So, hope you enjoyed this. I'm not going to cast the rest of the best of 3, but I will say the results. I did qualify for the round of 64, so tomorrow I will be playing one of... Well, I don't know exactly who I'll be playing. One of the options, one person I could be going against is one of the seeds from UC Berkeley. Yeah, this should be a pretty fun tournament, although the way they have it organized, if I make it to the round of 16, I will have the privilege of losing in a live game against Pain User, who is in my bracket. So, yeah, I give myself decent odds at getting to the round of 16 and 0% chance of making it to the round of 8. But if I do qualify, I'm going to train. I'm really going to do what I can to beat Pain User. But we will just have to see how that works out. Hope you learned something from this game, although obviously it was not the best or the longest game. And this is Moduli Stack saying, see you all later.